Well, investors are staying cautiously optimistic despite tariff and inflation concerns. That's according to the latest sentiment survey out of Investopedia. Editor-in-chief of Investopedia, Caleb Silver, is here to break down the latest survey results. Caleb, always great to see you. They're sticking with the markets. They are overly loyal, you say. Yeah. What does that mean?
Overly loyal, cautiously optimistic, but overly loyal to the same stocks that got them here. When we asked them about their top 10 holdings, they look just like the top of the NASDAQ 100. It's the same big stocks that they've owned for years. And then when we asked them, what stocks would you buy today and own for the next 10 years? A very similar list. We're talking about Apple, Palantir, Alphabet, Microsoft, obviously. JP Morgan and Berkshire Hathaway make it into that list as well. But the funny thing is, you just mentioned a September to remember, cue Earth, Wind, and Fire, but they have missed rallies in some stocks way outside of that, which just shows you the value of how hard it is to pick these stocks, but also the problem with being overly loyal to the same group that got you to where you are today.
You say overly loyal because they say that they are afraid of a bubble, and yet they are sticking by these stocks, right?
Yeah, they see a bubble in AI-related stocks. Guess what? They own a bunch of them. And a bubble in mega-cap tech. Guess what? They own a bunch of those stocks, too, and don't plan on deviating from that. That said, they've done very well by them. Some of them are sitting on really big gains, so hard to sell out at this point in time. But still, that loyalty, especially as they're starting to feel a little bit of frothiness in the market, concerns about just about everything weighing on them, they're staying with the same group that got them here.
All right, Caleb, you've been doing this for years now, right? You've been taking the pulse of the individual investor. What period does this feel like, right? So we have IPOs coming back, we have SPACs coming back, we have crypto doing really well, we have mega cap tech stocks. To me, all these comparisons about, the dot-com thing, I think it feels more like 2020 and 2021. Think back to that period. Are you getting some of the similar vibes?
Absolutely. And all we're missing is Roaring Kitty here, because it is very much like 2021. IPOs left and right. We see Coinbase being the #1 top-performing stock in the S&P 500. Part of that is because it got added, but that shows you it's a risk-on mentality with investors big and large right now. And I know you guys have been watching this. Global fund managers as optimistic as they've been all year. Individual investors, according to AAII, as optimistic as they've been all year. Where were they when the rally was starting? And now that things are getting a little bit frothy, concerns about overvaluation, they're stuck here right now holding the same stocks that got them here.